My name is Dirk Becker, and my partner is Nicole Shaw, and we both live on our 2.5 acre farm in Landsville. And Nicole and I are first activists and radical feminists, and everything we do flows from a place of principle and wanting to change the world. So even food and farming and this farmers market that Nicole and I started is really about having an opportunity to create a conversation where we can engage people to reconnect with themselves and with the earth and with each other in a way that we can enter into a deeper conversation about where do we want our future to go. So I feel very strongly the way we're going right now, the current trajectory is one of mutually assured destruction. And so we definitely need to change the way we live. We're dramatically unsustainable. The average Canadian uses 5 to 10 planets per capita, meaning that if the average person in the world consumed the amount that a Canadian does, the average Canadian or American, we need 5 to 10 planet Earths presently. So in order to reduce our consumption, then we need to live differently. And so Nicole and I work very hard on presenting a model of living differently than the way most of us do. The property that Nicole and I bought was 2.5 acres of basically gravel. The person who owned it mined the property down 3 to 5 feet, taking off first the soil, then the sand, then the gravel. And so Nicole and I have, over 11 years, restored the land by bringing in wood chips from local companies that cut down trees and grade up the branches. And we've also added a small amount of horse manure and a small amount of grass and a lot of love. And so consequently, we've built up the soil to the point where we grow 5,000 pounds of squash, 4,000 pounds of potatoes, and 10,000 garlic and all the other greens and root vegetables and fruits that go with coming to the farmers market.
Unfortunately, we seem to be living in a reality, especially in North America, where the whole Walmart culture and keeping up with the Joneses and town and country, people want to live on these manicured golf courses with these beautiful little ponds with lilies growing in them. I think it's okay. It's not something. I don't want to hate on lily ponds and on grass. But it's crazy that we're in a situation now where neighbors living on 2.5 acre properties can look over the fence at somebody who has a biodiverse property growing, scores of different types of fruits and vegetables on a property that has no chemical fertilizers, pesticides, or herbicides in use. Where there's snakes and frogs and ducks and birds and insects and a huge biodiverse beauty mix of life, and somebody can be looking over that and go like, that's horrible, I want another golf course looking lawn over there, and if you don't put a golf course looking lawn over there, I'm gonna bring down the fuzz on you, or call the cops or the bylaw enforcement, or try to bring down the my mayor and council on your head for it.
Where we're at now is after 3 letters, they're demanding that we cease and desist growing food, particularly for sale. And so we feel like we have to continue. I mean, it's what we do for a living, and the world is changing very quickly, and it seems ridiculous for us to stop. What we're doing is of global importance. For the first time in the history of humankind, 50% of the population is living in cities, which are completely unsustainable. So all of the food has to be brought into the cities. Vancouver Island grows less than 5% of their food, which means we have to import 95% of the food on Vancouver Island. 85% of what's grown on Vancouver Island is flowers. The #1 crop on Vancouver Island is hay. 75% of farmers in Canada are going to retire in the next 15 years. 85% of farmers in Canada are over the age of 50. We are in a very, very precarious situation in terms of food in Canada.
It's very sad. It shows how disconnected people are from where their food comes from. I think, unfortunately, we always laugh about like 5-year-olds and 7-year-olds who think that chickens come wrapped in plastic bags from the grocery store aisles. But I think there's adults in Landsville who think that. I think there's adults in Landsville who think that vegetables come from the produce aisle and don't realize what goes into food production and transportation. and they don't realize how important it is, especially in today's reality with energy insecurity and food insecurity and political insecurity. How important it is that we have food being grown where we live. And if you're growing food, and if there's food sources in your neighborhood, it's less trouble. And in North America, we're going into more and more. We've been going for the last 50 years, and it's continuing into more and more centralization and more of a on-time delivery, where we don't have stocks of anything anywhere. We just have trucks moving stuff as fast as we can buy it. And if something happens to those trucks or to the ferries or to the highways or to the farm or to fuel prices or anything, then we're pretty much screwed. And we need to counteract that. There is a big movement of urban agriculture and spin gardening and just people ripping up lawns and growing food in their backyards. And we need to really encourage that. And definitely it's insane that our taxpayers, or not mine because I don't live in Lanceville, but that taxpayer dollars are being used right now in order to persecute and prosecute two local heroes who are working for less than minimum wage, growing organic food in a beautiful biodiverse property that they have been rehabilitating from a gravel pit stage. So it's really sad and appalling that that's going on.
I think younger people recognize that there isn't the same kind of future available for them as there was for their parents and their grandparents in terms of easy jobs for life, etc. So I encourage young people to learn other skills other than just computers and working at the basic jobs. And so learn as many skills as you can. Learn how to grow food, learn how to live in the woods, learn to do carpentry, learn to build a basic house, learn to take care of yourself, because prices will go up and it'll be a long time before those student loans are paid off. Anyone who would like to help, they can email us. My email is compassion@telus.net. Our phone number is 250-390-5199. And we're easy to find on the web. Dirk Becker, Nanaimo will show you more than 100 pages.